Hey everybody, it's Daryl with TMD Realty. Today I wanted to talk to my first home sellers out there. Maybe you bought your first home a few years ago and it's time for you to sell, or maybe it's just been a long time since you sold a home, or maybe you're thinking of selling your home for sale by owner. Just wanted to give you a few tips. So, number one, make sure that you're ready for that sale. What do I mean by that? Are you ready emotionally? Because it is an emotional process. Two, are you financially ready? You should reach out to a lender, find out one, do you need to sell your home before you purchase the new home? They may have options for you, such as a bridge loan, so that's something to consider. Uh, Also, are you going to buy new construction or existing in this low inventory market? Just know that part of being ready is also an emotional part because there are not a lot of homes and there's a lot of buyers looking to multiple offer situations. So you want to make sure you put your best foot forward there. If you're buying a new home, just be prepared that it can take from 6 months to as long as 14 months, depending on if you're building a higher end home. So keep that in mind. So you may need to find a rental if that's the case if you're buying new. So number two, I definitely suggest using an agent. That's not just because I'm an agent, it's because agents are able to provide you professional marketing. You want to make sure they're using professional pictures, and it's going to go to MLS, obviously, and lots of other places. You're going to get more exposure, you're going to get more money for your home, bottom line. How are you going to get exposure if you're doing for sale by owner? It's a little more difficult. So just something else to keep in mind. Number three, you want to make sure it's priced correctly. I know we're in a hot market, but location and the neighborhood, not just specific area, makes a big difference. You want to talk to an agent, find out what's the trends, not just in their general market, local market, but in your neighborhood, maybe even your side of the street. Like where I live, for instance, I back up to a green belt. My home's going to sell for more than a home that's not on the green belt. So those are things to keep in mind as well. But the other thing is you need to prepare yourself and the home to go on the market and be sold. What I mean by that is if you know of things that need to be repaired or replaced, go ahead and do it. And if and I would even suggest if you've been in the home for 10 plus years, maybe get a pre-inspection done, hire a professional inspector, have them come, look, identify. Their job is to find things that are not functioning correctly. And that way, if you get the repairs done before it goes under contract, then you don't have to use licensed professionals. You can use a handyman to do some of the things instead of having to pay a plumber, electrician. HVAC, I would always suggest that you use a licensed HVAC person. Not trying to slight the other professions. It's just there's some things you can get a handyman to do. Like if you need to get a appliance replaced, repaired, like dishwasher, say a garbage disposal, things like that. You can save a lot of money that way. The other thing is you want to make sure whatever you see, a buyer sees. So if it looks like it needs painting, make sure you paint. You want to clean the place up, tidy it up, make the yard look good, mow it, weed eat it, maybe put some flowers out, trim that trim the trees. All those other things are very important to do. You want to declutter the inside, maybe even stage it. You want to take down personal pictures, things like that. It's I know people will leave. They want to leave pictures of their family up and all, but it's a good idea if someone's looking at the home and they see personal pictures. It's not their home; it's someone else's home. So just keep that in mind. And like I mentioned, you may need to have some staging done. Most of the time, you declutter, clean things up, spruce it up, and you're going to be good. Number 5, great marketing. You want to make sure your agent is getting professional pictures done. Be prepared for open houses. I know during this time right now, here in 2020 with COVID, a lot of folks don't want open houses, don't want people traipsing through. What I like to do for clients is do a personal walkthrough video of the home. So at least that's an option. Send it out to the agent so that their client can take a look at it and say, hey, does this at least look like it meets my expectations? Open houses right now, they are coming back. I do them for my clients. So it's something to think about. The other thing is, when your home is being showed, just be prepared. If you make people wait 24 hours or 3 hours or 5 hours to show a home, agents are going to take their clients elsewhere, and clients like to be able to see multiple homes. So if you can make it to where 30 minutes or an hour notice, and just keep the home nice and tidy so that you don't have to rush. So just keep in mind that keep those showing time requirements to minimum. What I mean by that is when someone wants to make an appointment to see the home, don't make them wait. As I mentioned, an hour, 2 hours. An hour is okay, but when you go 2 hours, 4 hours, 24 hours, it makes your home difficult to show. Then if you have pets, make sure that you take the pets with you. Things like that. Just keep it clean. Now, after your home's been marketed, offers are going to start coming in. When the offers come in, don't take them personally. It's a business decision someone's making. Yeah, there's emotion involved on their end. They want to feel like they won. Everybody wants to feel like they won. So just be flexible and open-minded. Sometimes it's not always about price. It's about terms. Or maybe the buyer's going to pay for title insurance. Maybe they're not going to ask for a service contract. Things like that can outweigh price. Just keep that in mind. A great agent's going to be there to walk you through that. And just know part of that negotiation, they're going to want an inspection done. So when an inspection's done, if you've had the pre-inspection done and got the repairs done, they're going to hire their own inspector, most likely, sometimes not. Especially when your seller's disclosure shows that the fixes you've already done. Some people may decide they don't need it, but be prepared if they do. Inspectors are hired, as I said, to find things. They're not trying to beat your home up. They're just doing their due diligence. So keep that in mind. Repairs, sometimes you can offer closing costs in lieu of, if it's major like foundation. Hopefully you've already got that taken care of. That's something that's a major issue that can be a deal killer. If you got foundation issues, roof, or plumbing, definitely want to get those addressed up front. So now, next step after that, you're going to have appraisals. And in this market, sometimes we'll have an appraisal issue where the home doesn't quite sell or doesn't quite meet value. Your agent will do their best, if that happens, to provide additional costs to the appraiser. Typically, it's about 50-50 whether or not